Hey Glow Beauties! I got bougie. I got Tom Ford bougie. I even wore a lace top for you, Tom Ford, just for this occasion. Now, in Canada, you gotta rock the snow. But I don't like the snow. So, Tom Ford Soleil Neige Sun Snow Winter 2019 to the rescue. This is the closest thing I am going to get to the ski slopes is with this. This is the Soleil et Lune palette, the Sun Moon palette, and we got two highlighter and blush glow sticks. One of them is called MEGEVE, which is a ski resort in France. So I'm telling you, I mean it. This is the closest thing I'm gonna get to snow and the ski slope. We're gonna do this eye look, the cheek, the highlighter. We're gonna do the whole demo. We're gonna play, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about butts. Yes, we're going to talk about butts and nether regions in here. So if you want to know how we got to that topic, then you have to keep on watching. And you know, there's always going to be swatches too, because you can't have a video of mine without close-ups and swatches. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all my videos, share it with your friends, and without further ado, let us get in. Tom Ford Soleil et Lune. He got a little adventuresome with this. We got this beautiful mint in here. It reminds me of a winter white snow angel, because actually Soleil et Lune means sun and moon, and this just reminds me of a winter snow angel, all glittering, sheeny. It also reminds me of macaroons. So you got the whole gamut in here. You went a little bit more adventuresome, which I like to see with Tom Ford, with that little pop of mint green. So that's what we're going to be playing with today. The other thing I love is this white packaging with the gold. I think this is so beautiful, and again it reminds me of the beautiful Soleil Neige winter collection. It's all white, and this is what the packaging looks on the outside. Just to tell you the discrepancy here, because there's a little thing about this packaging. On the box it says you get 6 grams of product in total here. On Sephora's website and other websites like Nordstrom and all the other ones that sell this, it says 10 grams of product, which would equal 2.5 grams per pan, which isn't true. Usually the packaging is what is correct, and it says 6 grams, so that means that the pans are 1.5 grams, not 2.5 grams per pan, but 1.5 grams per pan, which equals 6. So that's what you're actually getting here. I don't know what went wrong with the printout and everybody's, you know, online, but it's 6 grams. So anyway, let us get into this. Let's have some fun. First off, I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia, the new Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's their eye primer. I only use eye primers on my eyes. My holy grail used to be the Urban Decay Eden primer, because it's off-white like this one. When I first bought the Eden primer, it used to act like a primer, be that nice, almost sticky, substantial, kind of thicker, less creamy than a concealer, and more sticky because you want it. And it used to be this off-white color too, because I need to cancel out. As you can see, I've got a tint on my lids, so gotta cancel that out. Mama's got to cancel that out, and this allows for colors to shine and be their true color. So that's why I really love using a tinted eye primer, and also has a kind of a stickier, grabbier base to it, almost like occlusive, less creamy, so that it allows for it to grab onto the shadow properly. And that's what happened when I bought the Eden primer the second time. They made it more like a concealer consistency, and then it didn't have that kind of tackier base to it, and it was so creamy like a concealer that it wasn't drying down and it wasn't like latching on. It was really hard to start putting eyeshadow on because it wasn't being grabby and tacky the way it used to. I was actually very disappointed. I have to be honest with you, I was mad because when I have a holy grail and they go and muck it up and change it on you like a bait and switch, I'm not a happy camper. I used the dregs out of my first tube because I really dreaded using the new one as a result. And now this came along and I am as happy as can be, because this is like my old Eden primer. Only thing I don't like though, I love that they gave you these small tubes. I know it's not about this, but it is kind of a playtime. I love that they give you these chance to try them out with the small tubes, but there isn't a lot of product. It's more air than product. And I'm not quite sure I like the tube format because you end up squeezing too much out at a time, which I'm not very keen. I'm not very keen on wasting product. You don't have as much control when you're squishing it, when you're squeezing it out. See, and now I have a whole bunch here that I have to wipe off. I kind of like it in the wand format. You can dab it on, put it back in. You're not wasting product that way. Okay, so this is not about that, so we're going to get going. Because these are all basically kind of lid colors. Now I know that you can put some of them in the crease, and that's fine. This is a satiny, almost has a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't really show up on my eyes. It's more of a satiny sort of thing. Not quite foiled, but I like to put a matte in my crease because I always say, but it's true, I have a high hood area, and with that expanse, if I put too much of a sheen and a shimmer, I start to look like Mimi. I don't want to look like Mimi. So it's better for me. If I had low brows, then I would play around with the more shimmery colors in my crease and not be problematic. But because I got a high brow, my brow is much higher, we gotta put in some mattes. I'm gonna go with, I forgot what I did. I'm gonna go with this matte here. It's kind of like a gray with almost a blue, and then I'm gonna mix up a ditch of this, a ditch. So I'm gonna go in the crease with this. I didn't put a base down so it might catch a little bit. Probably should have, but I got a bit lazy. I should have, because now it's grabbing the color. Let me see where I can put a little base down. So I'll put this. It's kind of too late, but I'll put it on the other eye and you might see how it makes a difference when you do that. That was an oops of mine that I should have done, and I might even shove that on here too, just to ease this in a little bit better. Let me try that again. And I can't remember whether I grounded the look with one of these colors here. I might have done that and I forgot. I haven't done this look in a while. Sometimes I like to kind of play beforehand. I'm not one of those beauty gurus that can just go to town and play without having tested it out and played with it off camera. I'm just not that talented. I'm just an enthusiast, alright? Enthusiast that is sharing it on camera and hoping for the best. I think I got enough here. Let's hope I don't look like Mimi. But Mimi is a celebration of color. She's rocking it, you know? It's only got one life to live. You might as well enjoy it, right? Okay, this is a very monotone palette. So what I mean is the tonal range is pretty much all the same except for this. So you don't really have much of a deepening color. The colors are different, but the tones are the same. So this is pretty much the same tone as this, and so I'm not gonna get a very deepening look out of it, okay? This is my only quib with this color story here. And now I'm having a bit of a hot flash, but what's new? So we're gonna go in with this. And we're gonna put this in the outer corner and hope for the best that my hot flash will eventually go away without me having to go on the balcony. So I'm putting it in the outer corner, and then I'm just putting it a little bit into my crease, outer corner crease. And then let me just blend it a bit. Gets a little bit challenging to do colors, do the eyeshadow when I start to get a bit dewy, shall I say, with the hot flash. Okay, I think that's good enough. Now we are going to go in with the lid color. So we're going to go in with this. Are you in focus? Focus! We're going to go into this here, and then we're going to... Now I'm going to cheat a little bit. You'll see it. We're not cheating just yet. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this is anything that has the TF in it means that it's a wet dry formula. So you could literally spray put it on your brush and spray it, or spray your brush and go into it. And it will, I guess, make it more pigmented. I tried to do it, but I didn't do it with much gusto, so I didn't really see that much difference because I was kind of scared to wet it. I'm always scared to wet eyeshadow just in case, but it is a wet dry formula, so you're supposed to be able to do that. And of course, I dressed for the occasion. Tom Ford, you'll be proud of me. I wore my lace collar and my mint top just for the occasion. And I even opened up my Ciate London Mini Mani Advent Calendar nail eyeshadow, not nail eyeshadow, because I call it nail pots. Well, anyway, they're nail polish. And I opened up, I cheated and went into day 11 when it's not day 11 yet. So I cheated. So to do my nail polish. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so as you can see, there isn't a lot of depth to this, but this is a snow angel pastelly sort of look, so that's what we're going to keep it as. I forgot to use these, so let me see. I'm going to go in. I actually forgot to use the sponge applicators, so let me just go in with this, because these are very useful. You can get a lot of pigmentation, and they're great for applying the lid colors. This was a missed opportunity, because sponge applicators, don't throw them away, because they're perfect for applying lid colors, whether they're the glitters, the foils, the metallics. They're fantastic at picking up. It acts kind of like a finger. So do not throw away your sponge applicators. Super useful, and these ones are so cute. I wonder if I should have put, let me just put a titch of a grounding color in here in the crease. I may be wrong here. I'm not quite sure whether to do this one right here, just on the top, just to ground this thing. I went too high also. Something falling down. Do you like my Christmas decorations in the back there? I did them just for you guys. Okay, think we did it. Now, this is where the cheat comes in. I'm going to do a little cheat. I'm taking my Midnight Sun, Pat McGrath Midnight Sun palette. Pat McGrath does have to come into this somehow because, you know, she's just stupendous. So I need a little glitter. It's the winter time, it's the holiday season, it's a celebration, it's all about the glitter, the snow twinkles. This is my reasoning. So we are going into Astral Solstice. And apparently Astral Solstice happens once a year, and it's when it's the shortest day of the year is when the winter solstice. This is a celebration because it's all glitter, and when that happens, winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, it's so dark that all the stars in the sky really shine bright. You can see so many stars in the sky during the winter solstice night. So it's pretty amazing. So this is a celebration of it, and I'm putting it on my eyes. I learned that in I think it was a Hallmark video actually. So I just need a little texture, a little change of that monotone look to my eye, and this is what we're going to do to get it. Astral Solstice it is. There we go. I am now a happy camper. So what I forgot to do, I almost forgot to put a little bit of this. So we're gonna, ooh, that's a lot. I only want a little, so I'm just gonna put it on my eyebrow. I might mix some. Let me mix some. A little kind of tones it down a little bit. Okay, so next up we are going to do the highlighter and glow stick. I picked up the two. I picked up MEGEVE and I picked up Soleil Neige. MEGEVE is actually the name of a ski resort in France, and it's called MEGEVE. This is the highlighter part. It looks dark, but it actually isn't. And it's kind of a rosy champagne-y color. And then on the other end is the glow stick. Now this isn't pretty because I've been using it, but in the B-roll it's much prettier. This is a neutral rosy color. On my skin tone it neutralizes a lot. We'll be back. A little technical difficulties.
2 hours later.
Of course, this has been on all night and all day, and it has to fall down the moment I start filming. Typical Murphy's Law. So this is the blush side, and this is a kind of a neutral rosy tone. On lighter skin tones, it is a little bit more of a saturated rosy color. It leans more to a cleaner rosy color. On deeper skin tones, it becomes a little bit more neutralized. So on me, it's quite neutralized rosy, and I'm for more primary colors. I like my colors a little bit more less neutral. And I'm feeling for the peach, so this is Soleil Neige, which means sun snow. Soleil Neige means snow, Soleil means sun. So okay, this is the highlighter side. So, and of course again, it's a little dirty. The highlighter parts are very, shall I say, subtle. This is not going to be beaming from the satellites. It's not going to be pinging any, sending messages to satellites or anything like that. This is something that you can wear to work. It is perfect for work. It's very soft and natural and just gives you a very natural sheen. It's quite subtle, okay? So it's going to give you more of a little sheen, a little shine. Sometimes that's just what you want. And I just draw it on. I like to do my highlighters first. I'm just that way. I like it to look blended in to my look as opposed to a streak. I find if you apply a highlighter after your blush, it looks more like a streak. You're going to see a line, but if you do it first and then you put your blush on, it fuses all together, it fuses in and looks more natural. This is the peachy coral side. lovely peach. Now there's different ways you can apply it. You can apply it on a sponge. It looks darker than it really is. And let me just apply it a little higher here too. So I just applied it to my little, the apples on my cheeks, and then all up here, and then I just kind of blend it with my fingers. And then you see I'm just kind of going around the edges a little bit just to kind of bring it in. And doing it again. I want it to show up on my apples of my cheeks, and then go in here. Hopefully I'm not being too enthusiastic. It looks like a lot when you first apply it, and then you'll be surprised at how much it kind of really blends in to your skin. So, and then I'm just gonna put a little dot here on my nose, put a little, just kind of get that, and then I kind of go around here, kind of like what people do with bronzers, but I just do it with blush. I don't use bronzers. I like my makeup more natural. I don't like the made up look. As far as I'm concerned, that's for stage. This is not for real life, where people are going to be seeing you in real life, not up on a stage and not like you're performing or IG. This is real life makeup, and I want it to look real life. And I've got a long face, so contouring for me is not something that I would do, because it would chisel out my face even more and make it look even longer, which is not what I'm going for. So I'd rather do this and round out my face a little bit, let my apples of my cheeks live its best life. That's a new word. Live its best. Let my chin live its best life. Then we're going to do the lipstick. We don't have any Tom Ford today. I'm all Tom Forded out. Can't afford that much Tom Ford, so we are going to go Fenty. We're going to put this. This is the Dior Stellar Lip Shine, and we're going to put B Dior. Now this is a kind of pinky color. I hope this works. This is all like a crapshoot right now. Guessing. I almost didn't pick this up, but I picked it up. This is a Fenty Gloss Bomb set, and I picked up all of these. I am really impressed. These are beautiful color story. I'm going to be using this one here. So let's just pull it out, and we're going to adjust the color with this. This one I believe is called Cheeky. It's a bit of an orangey, and it's got glitter in it, and it's fun and festive. Hopefully I can handle all this glitter. And I'm trying to adjust the color. Sometimes these glitters, the more you do this, is the more they add more glitter, but I think that is with the Pat McGrath. I don't think this one does that too much, but woo! I am glitter. I am like red. I wanted it to be more peach, but this will do. This is fun. This is my look. Now, the piece de resistance, this baby is the Tom Ford Overdue Soleil Blanc. This is one of my favorite perfumes. So we're going to just top everything off with it. Now, the one thing about Tom Ford's scents is that there is a number of them that I love, and it takes me a bit to find a scent that I love. This brand, Tom Ford's, is one of those brands that there are a number of scents that I love from him, which is unusual because usually I'll only maybe like one. I think the only one where I like a couple of scents is Chanel. There's at least 3 that I love at Tom Ford, and Soleil Blanc, oh my god. This is, how would I describe it? I can use this all year round. This is what would be kind of a warm gourmand with a hit of citrus to lighten and brighten it. It is lovely bright. It's meant to be kind of a beachy scent, and it has a soft beachy scent to it, but not so beachy where you feel like you're slathering on a suntan lotion. You smell it, but it's a hint, but it's sophisticated, it's classy. It can be used all year round because it isn't stamped with that scent. It also kind of reminds me of a very hip, classy, sophisticated, rich woman on a very rich private beach or private island and swathed in this. I've never smelled anything that almost ready to wear yet classy and sophisticated at the same time. This is it. And it's smooth. It has a rounded, creamy scent. I love creamy scents because you can wear them to work. You can wear it on special occasions, but you can also wear it to work. And you can wear it all year round, and that is what I do. I'm going to tell you some of the notes just quickly. It's bergamot, orange bitter, petit grain bigarde, I have no idea what petit grain bigarde is, lang lang, pistachio accord, and coco de mer accord. Now, I wanted to know what coco de mer accord is because coco de mer sounds like sea coconut to me. Turns out that's what it is, sea coconut, but when I looked it up what sea coconut is, it's like a double coconut, and it is known as a kind of an aphrodisiac because if you look at the picture of coco de mer, it looks like somebody's butt. One side it looks like somebody's buttocks. On the other side, it looks like a woman's, it looks like from the waist to her thighs, and literally her in-between parts, even to the tuft of hair in the middle. It is hilarious, and this is the quote it says, "Why are the seeds a popular ornament of coco de mer? They have a distinctly suggestive shape, bearing a striking resemblance to buttocks on one side and female genitalia on the other, even down to the tuft of hair in the expected place. It is hardly surprising that some people consider them a powerful aphrodisiac." This is what happens when you look up the notes of scents. I always bang into something very unusual and quite hilarious. So I'm wearing some coco de mer on me. So there you go. I really had a lot of fun playing with my bougie makeup. It's a little out of my comfort zone in a sense because I tend to be more colorful, a little bit more punchy. This is a little bit more subtle, more wearable. It reminds me of the old-fashioned way we used to play with makeup in the sense of you had a very limited palette and you learn to be very creative with it, and it's kind of fun. It actually brings out the joy of makeup in a sense of playing with something just more simple and rarefied and fun. However, I do have to say I'm really happy that Tom Ford came out with this particular type of palette because I like things with color, and this I think for Tom Ford is a bit more adventuresome because it's a little lighter, it's brighter, it's colorful, it's more macaroon, it feels like a ski resort. It's just a fun palette. I don't think it's on par in a sense with, I mean, it's a different aesthetic, okay? So I'm not generally drawn to aesthetics that are a little bit more tamer. I'm more with things like Pat McGrath and Cleona and Davina. They're a little bit more edgy, they're more colorful, they're more impactful. Not to say that this isn't colorful, but I like to see that Tom is coming out with things like that because that is why I tend not to go for Tom, and other than that, it's very expensive. It's not like a pow wow sort of thing, and I like that kind of impact. This is more subtle, soft, elegant, sophisticated, but it's nice to see him branching out in a little bit more fun color, and I hope he does more of it. I really do. Who was it that did? Dior, I think, did a palette that was super colorful. And I'd like to see him do some of that. Come on, you can do it. And even maybe a quint or a sextuplet or a septuplet. Let's break out of the quad roll. But it's kind of fun. I'm going to see how much more colors that I can play with. Go into the more neutral colors like this one and this one and this one instead of going towards the mint, which is my natural draw. It forces me to be a little bit more adventuresome myself into the more neutral zone. I'm really happy that I picked this up. This gave a little bit more of a funness to his makeup. I hope you enjoyed this and my little highlighter stick and my little fun take on the Eau de Soleil Blanc. Oh my god, it is so good. And the Coco de Mer. If you enjoyed it, do give me a thumbs up, like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all my videos. Hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on any. And if you got friends that enjoy this type of YouTube, share it with them. The more the merrier. Don't forget, rock your own kind of. If it has to be Tom Ford, if it has to be Pat McGrath, if it just has to be color pop, your own type of beauty, and keep on going and keep on glowing. I will. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's try this again. Let me see if I can. This is the Tom Ford Eau de, what is it called?